Hey guys, this video is for you if you have a really busy work schedule or you're planning to go on vacation soon and you know that it's time to prioritize health and self-care back into your schedule, but just the timing of that and knowing how to do it seems overwhelming. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Tyson Johnson. I'm the founder and owner of the Six Pack Dad Tribe. I'm a high-performing corporate sales professional, happily married. This year will be 20 years, 3 boys, and run this tribe as a side hustle. We have helped about 250 father professionals over the last 7 years to really, our message is to lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks. 96% of our customers do. And then milestone 2 is reaching and maintaining your lean goal weight. Milestone number 3 is reaching and maintaining 10 to 15% body fat, which is where the six pack shows, or at least the belly fat is gone. And then milestone 4 is actually putting on lean muscle. We help with every one of those milestones. So time is probably one of your scarcest resources. And it can be really challenging at times when you get done with work and then you want to go be with the family, or you've got sporting events with kids and other things going on. Our health is one of the easiest things to put on the back burner. Even if we're not intentionally doing that, it's just kind of historically what's probably happened for a lot of you guys on and off over the last several decades. You might even find yourself losing the same 20 to 40 pounds multiple times over the last several decades, and you want to get off that hamster wheel and see your energy come back and see the clarity of mind rise to new levels and be able to better keep up with your kids, have the clothes fit better, not be worried about the next doctor's appointment and what the blood work is going to say, etc. Okay, so how do you do this? Part of the reason why I'm shooting this video is we just this week had 2 new customers join who had these exact same problems. One was a 41-year-old high-end insurance advisor. Another is a 48-year-old CFO. Both of these are busy father professionals. And that was their key question was, hey, I'm so busy at work, I just don't know if I can fit this in. I see the value of the tribe, but I don't know how to do this. And then both of them are also, funny enough, about to head out on different vacations with their families, okay? And so they just joined. So what did we share with them that helped give them confidence that they can still be successful? Well, one of the conversations kind of sounded like this. You are always, for like probably the rest of your life, there's going to be someone vying for your time and attention. There will always be another vacation, another work trip, another family event, another environment that kind of throws you off your norm, okay? And it's basically a mirage to think that down the road or next month, it will be a better time to address our health. This is a root cause issue, and unless we speak to it and dive into this, it's always going to be a problem. There's never a good time to truly fix and address our health. And what I shared with the insurance advisor was, we don't need more of your time necessarily, because we're not going to fill up your calendar with Zoom meetings. We're just going to set up probably maybe a 3 to 5 minute video check-in. So that part's not going to be consuming. And then the other message is, you're already spending time eating, otherwise you'd be dead. So you're already spending time doing that. Why don't we just help you be more intentional about what you are eating, right? So most professionals, when they get kind of on a health kick, they will eat less and they'll move more. And I guess that does take a little bit more time and effort. We feel that approach is a flawed one and is woefully inadequate, at least if you want to accomplish not just milestone number 1, but all 4 milestones, a true health transformation. And so all of us, myself included, I went from 20% body fat down to 10% back in 2004. I've maintained that year round the last 20 years. Sustainable lifestyle, family man. I'm still eating lunches and dinners like everyone else, and am having right around 3 o'clock in the afternoon and right around 8 or 9 o'clock at night like everyone else, still have hunger and cravings, and I'm ready to snack. And so I do. So I told them, like, you're already doing those things probably. The difference is what you're eating during that window. That is the 20% of activities that, if done well, and we'll teach you how to do it, will drive 80% of your transformation. If you can simply get good at eating wholesome, nutritious meals 3 to 4 times a day, and the consistency with which you do that, it'll change your life. And he realized, oh, that's not going to take more time. It's just going to require a little bit of intentionality. Specifically, we're going to, what I might suggest, whether you work with us or not, is the foods that you eat make a massive difference in how full and satisfied you are, in whether you slow down the muscle breakdown process, which for a lot of you, 40 to 60 years old, that should be a big concern for you. It's called sarcopenia. And how stable your blood sugar is. These are like the 3 pillars of our program: staying full and satisfied, staying lean and muscular, and stabilizing the blood sugar. You get those 3 things figured out, and you're going to get your health on autopilot. So that is what we taught him, and he realized, I can do that. Especially if I don't have to worry about, for most of our professionals, they're not worrying much about breakfast. Coffee runs, I guess, depending on what it is, but it actually arguably takes less time. And then what we also said is the difference that allows our customers to be consistent, especially on the exercise front, is most of us are only working out 15 to 20 minutes a day. If exercise is important, but if it's only 20% of the equation, why do we hyperventilate on it and buy all kinds of programs and do all this advanced hour-long stuff? It's only 20% of the equation. Okay, so work out 15 to 20 minutes, do HIIT cardio, it's more efficient, do superset weight training. That's gonna allow you to get more done in less time and increase the likelihood that you're compliant with your nutrition. That's what the science says. When we're exercising and doing nutrition together, it's this harmonious relationship, it's symbiotic, and it increases compliance. But you don't have to live in the gym to, or kill yourself to be successful. A lot of you have injuries. You gotta keep that in mind. So anyway, you don't need more time to fix your health. You need to be more intentional. Key point there. And the good news is, I bet everyone who watched this video already has that skill set. You just have to give yourself permission to apply that with your health. You didn't get to where you're at with your education, with your professional level of success. Most of our customers are director level and above, up to CEOs and owners. That requires planning, intentionality, thinking ahead and determining what new environments exist and how am I going to win in those. That's intentionality, okay? And that's all that's required to be successful. Okay, so which ties into point number 2, vacations. Both of these guys were about to leave on vacations, and they asked, does it make sense to start this coaching program of yours when I get back in 2 to 3 weeks? And we had kind of a cool bonus we throw their way to help them feel more comfortable around that. But it was a real similar message. And the message was, you are always going to have another vacation on the horizon, probably for the rest of your life, or some kind of a trip. And so many professionals have this perfectionistic all or nothing thinking, like, you know what, I'm going to go out on this vacation and I'm just going to let my hair down. And when I get back, then I'll worry about my health and eating right. And the problem with that thought process, why it doesn't serve you, is you're constantly in this flux of inertia, motivation, and discouragement. It's like this vicious cycle where we go to vacation, we don't work out, we eat freely, we really enjoy ourselves, and that's awesome. But then we get back and we're 5 to 10 pounds heavier. Some of that's water retention, but a lot of it is just binging on the calories. And now what we have to do is we feel discouraged, so we start working out and exercising again, and maybe a few weeks later we've worked that weight off. But it took us 2 to 3 weeks of effort just to get back to where we were pre-vacation. That is not a good way to live life. And I would argue it takes more motivation and discipline to do things that way than just to keep, though far from perfect, taking imperfect action one day at a time. So what that looks like is the next vacation you're on, try to move for 15 to 20 minutes on a day. Like wake up a little earlier, or there's almost always downtime when we're on vacations, even cruise ships. My wife and I work out daily on vacations, but it's just brief and we feel better. It feels better to move, so you have more energy, right? That's what you want on a vacation. And then what I also might propose is we believe in the 80-20 rule in lots of ways, one of which is if we're eating compliantly 80% of the time with high quality nutritious foods, you don't need a private chef or anything, it's just common sense. And then the other 20% of the time, you're enjoying yourself with quote unquote junk food. That's a great way to live your life. And the key here is to ask yourself at the next buffet or restaurant of choice on vacation, maybe it's the chips and salsa and whatever, are these calories worth it? Asking that question will serve you over and over again, because a lot of the time we are drinking drinks and eating foods that we're not even truly enjoying. Maybe it's like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 on how much we're enjoying it, but we just do it because we can. If you'll pause and ask yourself, am I really enjoying these calories? You will find that a lot of times you're not. The awesome part about that is, we call this being a calorie snob. It will limit the amount of foods that you're eating that don't serve you. And it will reduce friction in your life, because then you can stay on track better with your health goals without fitness being the center of your life. And sometimes you'll eat a food or drink a drink or whatever, and you're like, man, this is like a 9 out of 10 or it's a 10 out of 10. And you'll savor it and you'll enjoy it. But the key is some moderation there. Maybe you only do 500 to 700 calories. You just ballpark it, and then you're right back on track. So the net effect of this mindset is, I do what fit and healthy people do year round. Not when it's convenient, not as a function of my environment. This is a key distinction. I do it year round. Though far from perfect, and it's basic, I do simple things well. And what that includes is, when I'm on vacation, 80% of the time, I'm still eating high quality nutritious food so I can feel good and my blood sugar can be stable and I can have mental clarity and actually maximize my enjoyment and not feel sluggish and with all this brain cloud and have to take a 2-hour nap, right? Going into a sugar coma. And I also work out daily. It's just brief and mildly intense. And that's been my secret weapon, and that's what we teach our customers so they can get off the quote unquote weight loss roller coaster for the rest of their life. And then what happens is they come back from this vacation having maintained progress. Maybe they're only a pound heavier instead of 5 to 10, or maybe they've even made progress with their health journey. Regardless of which of those things happen, it's a rite of passage that we celebrate with a lot of our customers when it does happen, because it's like, oh, now I get it. Now, no matter how busy I am, no matter if it's a vacation or a corporate work event or a dinner event, I just need a little bit of intentionality to keep myself on track. And I'm going to take imperfect action, and I am going to come out so much further ahead than I otherwise would if I just several times a year set my health to the side and quote unquote enjoyed myself. All right, so I hope that this is just small and simple things that you can begin executing today to see greater levels of success with your health. If you will do that, it will enhance every aspect of your life. Next time you need to go on a bike ride with the kids, you'll be able to keep up with them better. Or a hike, you'll be able to do that. Your relationship with your wife and feelings of closeness will invariably improve because you'll be bringing the best version of yourself everywhere you go. You'll be able to show up with greater presence and clarity and performance at work because you'll feel more confident. Your clothes will fit better. Your face will be leaner. Your belly won't be pushing against the shirt. Prioritizing and having intentionality and discipline with our health translates into that same winning mindset and skill set with everything that you do. If we can serve you, please reach out. You'll find the website or ways to message us. We're always looking to serve more people who want to be good stewards of their body and health and have that be a blessing to their family and their loved ones. And we feel that one-on-one coaching accountability will go up against anyone in the world at providing a world-class transformational experience. And we'll do it on a pay-for-performance basis, so there's no risk to you. Let us know if we can help.